It's a Louis G sports take. Before I start this video, I just want to share my thoughts and prayers. They're with Tua Tagovailoa, they're with his family, and I pray that he has a good recovery and he makes the best decision regarding his long-term health and his NFL career. Without further ado, let's get into it. The Buffalo Bills dominate the Miami Dolphins on Thursday Night Football 31-10. They improved their record to 2-0, the first team to be 2-0 this season. And it was a dominant performance on both sides of the ball. The past few years, the Bills dominated the Dolphins, Tua only having one career win against them. And it showed again just how much the Bills, going into this game, a lot of people didn't have the Bills winning this one. I personally felt that this could have been like a toss-up game. The Thursday night panel, everyone except Ryan Fitzpatrick had the Dolphins winning this one, and sure enough, they were in for a shock. The Bills did a good job in the defensive side, providing pressure on Tua early, having him throw 2 interceptions. The first time he's thrown 2 interceptions in the first quarter. Great coverage from guys like Christian Benford, limiting Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to under 50 yards receiving and under 5 receptions. Jamarcus Ingram, he got 2 interceptions, the second one being a pick six later on in the third quarter. Ed Oliver and Von Miller, they got a piece of the action as well, both making a sack on fourth down. Oliver's sack setting up James Cook's 49-yard touchdown run in the second half. Von Miller's sack would be him sacking Skylar Thompson on a 4th and goal, which would ultimately end up having him leaving him tied on the NFL all-time career sack list, tied at 18th with Dwight Freeney, Syracuse legend. And he's really starting to take strides to come back to his pre-ACL tear form. And I think that's really going to be beneficial going down the road. On the offense, it was, again, everybody eats. Josh Allen did a good job at getting the ball out. He didn't make costly turnovers. He did nearly lost the snap, but he got back and was able to still be in control of the game, not make costly mistakes. Kincaid got a bit more involved, even though he only had 4 receptions for 33 yards. Khalil Shakir, he's been very effective in the slot game, catching 5 catches on 5 targets for over 50 yards. And, Dan Mitchell, I recommend you check him out. He was on his Bills roundtable. One of his friends says that he's making a lot of comparisons. You could see him become this sort of Osmar St. Brown type receiver, and I could definitely see that. I mean, he's definitely effective. He's definitely good at getting the ball quick off the quick passes from Allen, facing the hordes of coverage, really becoming Josh's go-to guy. And then, of course, we have the rush game. I thought the offensive line did a good job at protecting Allen, doing a good job at giving Cook space to breathe in the rush game, giving open spaces for him, particularly with that 49-yard touchdown run. He would end up in the first half ending with 60 yards and 3 total touchdowns. What a game from him. And on the bad side is with the defense and the injury bug. This week, Terrell Bernard, our starting middle linebacker and defensive captain, left the game early in the second quarter due to a pectoral injury. We don't know the severity of the injury yet, but expect him to be out for some time, folks. This is the same thing we saw last year with Daquan Jones, and luckily he was able to make a return in, I think he was able to make a return in December. But considering now that we're now down both our starting linebackers, is really going to hit us in the long run, considering that in the next few weeks we're facing guys like the Ravens, the Texans, the Jets, so on and so forth. But let's hope this injury isn't too bad. He can hopefully at some point return this season. Same thing with Matt Milano, because we're going to need them if we ultimately make the playoffs. Now, all I can say here with the defense is, it's got to be next man up. I think the pass rush is starting to make more steps forward. It's great to see Von Miller trying to come back to his former self. Ed Oliver still trying to build off his career year. Rousseau, he had a great game. He had a great game last week, and I think even though it was a little bit of a downslide, he can definitely get back on track and ultimately, I think, have a really, really good 2024 season. And let's hope the secondary can continue doing their part in providing huge coverage on the quarterback's top targets, because we're gonna be We're going to be facing some tough receiving cores this year, ladies and gentlemen. And I think a good thing that's surrounding this is the fact the Bills have a bit of a rest period. They don't play until September 23rd on Monday Night Football against the Jacksonville Jaguars back at home. This is a team that beaten them in their last two meetings, the last one being in London. So hopefully the Bills have a good point where they can rest up, try and reassess to where they are, where they're at, and really know where the best decision to go forward with, all these injuries happening and really how they can not fall behind. This has been a Louis G's Sports Take. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to comment your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.